Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It is GZTV here. This is a new video. We do a lot of NBA content out here, but I decided to look at the NBA trade deadline because teams went crazy today, and obviously we're gonna get the elephant in the room out of the way. This is a video I kind of wanted to do. I do weekly NBA recaps, kind of talk about how all the teams are doing, stuff like that. I gotta make this somewhat quick because I gotta go eat and I got a basketball game at 8 for like a rec league thing. But all right, let's talk about the Ben Simmons James Harden trade right out of the way. Right away, get it out of the way. So Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2 first-round picks for Brooklyn. Now, I don't know. 2 point guards and Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is gonna have to slide to the 2. Ben Simmons cannot play shooting guard. He's not a wing guy. He's got to bring the ball up. But a very explosive defender in Ben Simmons, very good in transition. He's very good at starting breaks. He's a very underrated player here in this trade. A lot of people are like, oh my God, James Harden, Embiid, oh my God. But let's talk about Ben Simmons for a second. He's not a shooter, but he's the best. He's one of the best players in the league that can't shoot. I'm sure he's going to decide to play. I don't know. I mean, Philadelphia is looking better than Brooklyn right now, but Simmons might be motivated now that they traded him away. Seth Curry's a really good catch and shooter. Just adding another scorer with like Patty Mills, Kevin Durant, Kyrie. Almost everybody on that squad can shoot. Andre Drummond, I mean, they've needed a backup big man. Blake Griffin has not cut it. LaMarcus Aldridge has been producing pretty well there. Andre Drummond is a really good big man. He's a veteran. He knows exactly what he's doing. You know, he can get boards. He's a pretty solid player there. 2 first-round picks. I mean, if you trade the big stars away, you'll have like if Brooklyn decides to blow the franchise up eventually, that they're gonna have insurance with those first-round picks. So that's kind of what that is. Did Brooklyn win the trade? It's kind of hard to say who's going to have the better season, but looking at Philadelphia, James Harden, obviously, you have 2 top 10 players on the same team now, in Embiid and Harden. Harden's hurt right now, I think. He's got to recover. But, yeah. Paul Millsap, he's a vet. I mean, Paul Millsap ain't all that. I mean, he's okay. He's kind of washed up. It's just like a little side piece. I don't know. Like, it's not like a really big component. The Brooklyn received 3 pretty good players out of this. Paul Millsap, I don't know. Um, Harden showed he wanted out of Brooklyn. I think that's really interesting. You can't really have 3 ball handlers on the court. Ben Simmons is a ball handler, well, like a ball hog, I guess you could say. Ben Simmons is more than willing to pass the ball. Matter of fact, he's a pass first player. So I think that's really good for Brooklyn to have. That's pretty much all I have to say. Honestly, Brooklyn might have low key won this. They still have Kyrie and KD. Let's not forget they gotta keep. They had the opportunity to keep Aldridge. Starters are looking like. I think they're gonna start Kyrie, Seth Curry, KD, Ben Simmons, and Aldridge. I think that's gonna be the starting 5. They're just gonna kind of move it around, kind of experiment in the games. I think this is low key a pretty good trade for Brooklyn. I'm impressed. I really like what they did here. Let's see. Let's move down. Joel Embiid's very happy about it. Trust the process, baby. No trades for the Lakers. Let's talk about this. Lakers did not make any trades. That's unfortunate. Russell Westbrook's the big player in question. Should they have traded him? I don't know. I still think Russell Westbrook's a pretty high level player. But did they trade? Was it Evan Fournier that they traded? No, that was like a possible trade. They were wanting to trade with the Knicks for Evan Fournier and Julius Randle for something. For Russell Westbrook? Nah, that wouldn't have been fair. But Lakers not trading. It's kind of disappointing, but as long as they make the plan, I think they'll be fine. Okay, let's look at this Dallas, Washington. Washington made some moves. They took some people out, added some people in. Kristaps Porzingis, a pretty underperforming player ever since that injury. Mavericks. I think the Mavericks won this trade. I think it's obvious that Mavericks won this trade, but you never know. Wizards are the Shanghai Sharks at this point with Kyle Kuzma putting up crazy numbers. I don't know. Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. Okay, Davis Bertans is a solid catch and shoot 4. They have like Dwight Powell, but I think Davis Bertans is a pretty good option. Spencer Dinwiddie, he's a bench guy. I mean, you got Luka Doncic out there. I mean, Washington still got Bradley Beal. They released Montrez, which I don't know if this article addresses that, but they still got Beal and like Ish Smith, like pretty good, decent guards out there. A big guy in question is Goran Dragic. A lot of people actually want Goran Dragic. I feel like he's a pretty good bench piece. Jalen Brunson is another really good player on the Mavericks that they're keeping here. I don't like this trade. This trade is trash. Celtics fumbled it so hard with this one. The fuck? Okay, sorry. Getting off track. The Celtics took an L here. We got Daniel Tice back. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like Daniel Tice's time on the Celtics, but at what cost? I mean, I'm fine with getting rid of Bruno Fernando. To an extent, I'm fine with giving up Enes Kanter. And by the way, Houston waived Enes Kanter the second he came to this squad. So as of now, Enes Kanter's a free agent. He's open game. This is good for Houston. Like, Houston took a W here. Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder for Daniel Tice alone is too much of a trade. They still got young talents like KPJ, Christian Wood's having a good season. Yeah. Boston took a W. Dude, we put way too many. We were way too generous. We were way too generous with our trade packages. Look at this next one. Yeah, it's Derek White. Derek White's a pretty solid like third option on the Spurs. It's the Spurs though. We gave them okay, it's not terrible. Josh Richardson's mid. He's alright. Romeo Langford though, he's still in development. I mean, you got to be patient. I don't know. What the fuck? It's my friend Drew down the hallway. I might have to pause this video or something. Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford. Bitch, what the fuck? Hold up. Bitch, move, bro. Josh Richardson for Derek White. That's good. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a W, but I think we put too much in the package. We also gave up PJ Dozier and Bobo, which it would have been cool to see Bobo play some games as a Celtic, but it's whatever. Massive 4-team deal down here. That's what we're going to talk about next. Sacramento. I like what Sacramento is doing here. Dante DiVincenzo is a great bench option. He was for the Bucks. Trey Lyles is all right. He's like a veteran big man. Josh Jackson, he's cool. He was on the Pistons. He's all right, I guess. It's a crazy ass trade. Serge Ibaka is going to Milwaukee. Milwaukee's just kind of, Brook Lopez gets hurt all the time, so I guess Serge Ibaka is a good guy to experiment with. 2 future second round picks and cash. Bro, what? Why are y'all throwing cash in there? That's so weird. That seems so sketch. I hate when teams do that. Clippers are getting Rodney Hood. I mean, he kind of fell off. Semi Ojeley's the former Celtic. I can't say much good about him, though. Detroit, Marvin Bagley Jr., new beginnings for the young guy who got drafted by the Kings. You know, the Kings already picked up Domantas Sabonis. They're keeping De'Aaron Fox. Norman Powell and Robert Covington got traded away. Or who? Oh, yeah, the Clippers have Norman Powell and Robert Covington, so they keep on adding with Rodney Hood. Okay, that's cool. Again, Brook Lopez is out, so, Serge Ibaka. Bagley seems excited. Is he number 35, Christian Wood Jr.? Here we go. Oh, man, I don't know if I like this either. Bol for a second round pick alone is like enough. But PJ Dozier, Bol, second round pick in cash for a second round pick. We traded a second round pick, 2 players in cash for another second round pick. Were we really that desperate to get rid of Bol? Oh my gosh, he must be a liability or something. Weird. It's a salary dump. Okay, I get it. Okay, I mean, I need to start reading this article more. It's a salary dump. That's cool, I guess. Whatever. Goran Dragic traded to the Spurs for Thaddeus Young and a pick. Andrew Eubanks. I think Toronto won this trade. I think Toronto made a good decision here. Goran Dragic didn't do shit for them. I think Thaddeus Young is a pretty good piece. Drew Eubanks, into the bench type of guy. They got a second round pick, but it's for Goran Dragic and a first round pick, a lottery protected. So they're in the lottery. I mean, that's cool for San Antonio, but what are you going to do with Goran Dragic? Back him up for DeJounte Murray? Okay, I mean, I think Toronto won that trade. And I guess with the Boston-Orlando one, I guess Boston somewhat won the trade. I know my thoughts are scattered. This is kind of like a talk show. I'm live. I'm like unfiltered. Idea of Porzingis for Dragic trade doesn't have legs, but obviously they both ended up in new positions anyways. Magic still asking for a first-round pick for Terrence Ross. Teams hope that drops at deadline. I don't think Terrence Ross ended up getting traded, but I wish. I mean, he doesn't deserve to be on that shit team. I'm sorry. Harden wants to trade out of Brooklyn, fears backlash of formal request. Talking about how he played with Chris Paul. Brought John Wall to Houston, of course, with the Russell Westbrook trade. I think that's what that was. Now he does want out of Brooklyn and to be traded. He seemed like he kind of liked it at the start, but been throwing a tantrum. If Lakers want to trade Westbrook for Wall, it will cost him a first-round pick. So Lakers would have to give up a first-round pick and Westbrook for Wall? No, they wouldn't. Matter of fact, the Rockets would have to give up a first-round pick. What are you talking about? Lakers, Knicks, and Raptors have discussed a 3-team trade. Lakers get Cam Reddish? Wait, Cam Reddish? Alec Burks. Knicks get okay, that would have been really awesome. Taylor Horton Tucker and Nerlens Noel to the Raptors. I like THT to the Raptors. Kendrick Nunn. Teams checking on Damian Lillard availability, getting shot down fast. No, Damian Lillard's not giving up. No, he wants to keep losing. He loves it. They're talking about how the Knicks could have traded Kemba. Talking about Kendrick Nunn. Dame to Norman Powell. Okay. Lakers would consider Russell trade for Wall if LeBron wants it. What? This is how much of a face of the franchise LeBron is. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are safe. It's safe to say. Buddy Hield would have been a pretty cool pickup for them, actually. Okay, we got an Oklahoma City and Miami trade. Some of these I haven't seen yet, so I'm kind of getting my first reaction here. KZ Okpala to the Thunder. He's looking a pretty good young guy. That's pretty cool for Oklahoma City, but the cycle continues with these young guys. The key is future first-round pick adjustments. Adjustment on a future first-round pick, so maybe it used to be lottery protected, now it's not, or maybe it used to be just a first-round pick and now it's a lottery protected. Miami gets the Thunder's least favorable 2026 second-round pick. Adjustment? Okay, that's weird. James Harden using actions, not words, to say he wants out of Brooklyn. What did he do? Shove someone and say, get me out of here? What did he do? Kyrie Irving is balling. We don't need James Harden coming in and ruining that chemistry. I'm not going to lie, that might have been a pretty good move for the Nets. Ooh, Jazz send out Ingles, get Alexander Walker back. Here's another one. Today hurts. Joe Ingles was on the Jazz for 8 years, and now he got traded. That sucks. Utah got pretty good young guy, Alexander Walker. Juancho Hernangomez usually doesn't play. San Antonio, Tomas Satoransky, he's had a couple good games. 2022 second-round pick. San Antonio's working on it. Portland's got Joe Ingles. Elijah Hughes, I don't know who that is. 2027. Man, Portland is looking for a 5-year rebuild. That is crazy. Oh, yeah, Joe Ingles is out for the season. Is that why they traded him? Come on. Jazz are hoping Alexander Walker can develop into a Jordan Clarkson style, but don't they still already have Jordan Clarkson? I don't know. Well, that's pretty much it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Perfect time. I got a 15-minute video. I know that was kind of some BS most of the time, but I was just kind of reacting to it. Kind of weird. Russell Westbrook, so much trade talks, and the Lakers just didn't execute. I don't know if that's because they just decided not to or nobody wanted him. I'm not really sure. That's it. I mean, just sports talk. I think it's cool. Maybe I should do a NFL honors art tonight. That's a little too late. I should have done